41,000 feet over Canada. A Boeing 767 cruises, then suddenly the left engine shuts down. Seconds later, the second engine dies. Now the aircraft is completely silent. No thrust, no electrical power. Just a 100-ton airliner gliding through the sky. Inside the cockpit, alarms are going off everywhere. The pilots start checking the instruments, fuel pumps, fuel pressure, fuel gauges. But something doesn't make sense. The fuel tanks show empty. Somehow a modern airliner has just run out of fuel at 41,000 feet. This was Air Canada Flight 143, flying from Montreal to Edmonton in July 1983. The aircraft was a brand new Boeing 767, one of the most advanced jets in the world at the time. But the pilots were now flying a powerless aircraft with 69 people on board, and the plane was descending fast. Without engines, the aircraft also lost most of its electrical systems. Many cockpit screens went dark. Even the landing gear systems were disabled. The pilots now had only one option: glide the aircraft to the nearest runway. But the closest airport within range wasn't a normal airport. It was an old military base called Gimli. There was just one problem. The pilots didn't know the runway had been turned into a racetrack. People were standing near the runway. Cars were parked nearby, and a massive Boeing 767 was silently descending toward them. With no engines, the aircraft had only one chance to land. Captain Bob Pearson realized they were approaching the runway too high and too fast, so he did something almost never attempted in a large passenger jet. He forced the aircraft into a maneuver called a forward slip. By turning the aircraft sideways into the airflow, he increased drag and rapidly lost altitude. The giant jet dropped steeply toward the runway. Then the landing gear deployed using a gravity backup system. But when the aircraft touched down, the nose gear collapsed. The Boeing 767 slammed onto the runway and began sliding. Sparks flew behind the aircraft as it skidded across the pavement. But somehow, the plane slowed and finally came to a stop. Against all odds, everyone survived.